Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back. Today is Tuesday. It's part of our new series, Tarot Card Tuesdays, and I can think of no better person to bring in here to do some readings for us than my friend Steph. Let's see if we can get her in here. There we go.
Hello.
Look at that one, because it's like, hold on, fix that. That's better. There we go.
Okay.
Listen, I got something very important that I need to ask you to do.
Yes.
Whatever you do not start yelling, screaming, and tell me about how you murdered a goat in a blood ritual sacrifice, because I cannot do that again. Okay?
I will. I definitely will not talk about any ritual sacrifice or killing babies or goats. Wow.
Yeah, that was a strange night, right?
Very weird. And what was crazy about that is that we were literally in the full moon in Scorpio. So I'm not surprised.
I heard you mention that in the live chat. And when I heard you say that, I went, oh, this is why this is happening.
Yeah, crazy shit happens during a full moon, right? So.
And also, I do have an actual serious request for you.
Yeah.
I just emailed you briefly about this, but everybody in conspiracy land, and especially UFO land and alien believers, are incredibly excited, about this upcoming UAP report that the government is required by law to release in June. And I thought maybe we tried this before, and you've shown that you can read. You don't need to just read a person, you can try to gain insight into other things. So I wondered if you could give us any insight into what's going to be inside this UFO report that's going to be released in June, if the excitement is unwarranted, or, some people are thinking this is disclosure. They're going to tell us the truth about those aliens in the basement, right? And other people are much more, like me, I'm much more cautious. I don't think it's going to be anything life-changing. I think they're going to say, we've tracked some UFOs and we don't know what they are. We can't identify them. And that's my take on what may happen. But I wondered if you could give us a reading and see what the cards will tell us about this upcoming UFO report and what its significance might be.
Okay. Sounds interesting, because I actually heard about this, right? I've actually heard a lot of things that are supposed to happen it's going to start in the beginning of May. There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in May, and then it's going to really go crazy in June, July. And then around September, October is also kind of crazy too. So I guess the beginning of May all the way up until October, even until the end of the year, there's going to be a lot of crazy things. Obviously, for sure, one of them is going to be the UFOs that they're going to expose, or the information of the UFOs or aliens that they're going to expose supposedly to the public. But we will see what the cards are going to say. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. See what's going on here.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to tweet out the show.
For sure.
And invite more people here.
Okay.
I was really hoping that you weren't going to talk about sacrificing and murdering any goats today. So.
That is just honestly I can't. From the moment that guy started talking.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing: is everybody loved it. Everybody loved that show. Look at this.
No, I loved it towards the end.
Great show last night. Everybody thought it was great. I got more emails about that interview than any other I've ever done in my life. emails, DMs, PMs, whatever. People were like, "That was amazing." I didn't know. I was like a deer in headlights when, like 10 minutes in, I was like, "Oh my God, what do I do here?"
Yeah, like in the beginning, I was just kind of like, I can already tell that this man has a lot of attachments to him. Like as soon as I saw him, because like me being intuitive, I can see things. So like, I just was like, oh crap, let's see what this guy's about. And then,
Yeah.
Then when he started like getting really into it, very passionate about what he was talking about, right? Because he was very out there and describing things. I can tell like there's something else going on besides what he's saying. So that's why I was just like, okay. But it was really fun to see that other guy come on and like kind of,
CW Chan, friend of the show. Yeah. And then the other thing is that when he talked to me off air about his experiences and story, and he was very calm and reserved and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it just wasn't what I expected. He was like so animated and passionate.
Yes.
And off air, he was just like, yeah, so, I had this interest in this, and I went down to Mexico and I had this incredible experience and share. And I went, okay.
That's so funny, but it's true though. They actually, people in Mexico, like certain parts, they do worship Satan. So like I have seen like documentaries about that.
And voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is true. I don't knock the whole goat thing because I believe that they do that too, but like not until the extent that he's talking about. But when you mess with those types of energies, best believe it definitely comes right back to you, no matter what. Mm-hmm. That's just how the cosmic laws are, right? So
I enjoyed the conversation more at the end there about like the use of black magic and what can happen. I was always too scared. I always thought threefold law. I'm not going to hurt anybody with this because it'll come back to me 3 times. Or, whatever.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. So immediately when I put down the cards right now, I can already tell you even around the time that people are going to feel some type of way. So 2 of Cups. So this is definitely, it's not just them. It's not the government just going out there and talking about this. They're being forced to do it. So there's somebody else involved in the mixture of exposing these documents or files or whatever. There's going to be more to this than meets the eye. Notice that there's a lion on here, and there's another card that has a lion on here too. And I'm going to describe to you guys what that is. So like this for me represents this strength and this power. So it's not just driven by the government, it's actually driven by the entities behind this information. So it's going to be a doozy. And the reason why I say that too is because the 9 of Cups is in reverse. So when the 9 of Cups is in reverse is that there's a lot of 2 ways. Some people are going to be disappointed because they're thinking that it's going to be some like
major.
I don't know, aliens are going to come down and like rule, right? Or whatever. But that's not the case. So there's some people that are expecting like this, like you said, Book of Revelations, where things come down and then this crazy stuff happens. So there is going to be disappointment with that information that will be released. There is something that they're hiding. And the reason why I say that as well is because the well is here. So you notice in this card, there's this lady doing something in the back and trying to make sure she's not getting caught. So there's obviously information deeper than what they're going to be exposed, or that what they're going to be exposing to the public. That's more than meets the eye. So this is going to be a soft one. It's not going to be a full-blown crazy disclosure. It says June 11 has been targeted as a major event. Even though that, it's not just about the aliens, right? It's not about exposing the UFO files. It's more to that. There's actually going to be more information besides the whole UFO thing that people need to be aware of. Also, too, the Empress is here. So this is feminine energy. This is energy of also kind of attaching to the Emperor in the tarot deck. So obviously, as you guys know, the Emperor represents moving forward with information, charging forth and not looking back. But when you have the Empress, this is female energy. This is feminine energy. So off the bat, like I said, it's very soft disclosure. It's not something where it's going to be too crazy, even though, yeah, for some people that don't know about this, they're going to think this stuff is wild. They're going to be like, what is really going on? People that are unaware, right? So obviously the truther community knows about this, right? People that are into UFOs and stuff like that, they know about this scenario that's about to come up. For you guys are gonna be like, oh, I told you so. A lot of people are gonna be like, oh, I told you so. This is what I've been telling for years. Like, we already know this. But for some people, it's still gonna be surprising to them. It's still gonna be kind of like off the walls kind of information. So, like I said, half of you guys are going to be disappointed and some of you guys are going to be tripping out because this is different for you to understand.
Yeah, I thought it might go like that because just the way we see everything goes is like, you know, we have these pyramid UFO video, and to me it's been debunked that it's just an airplane, but since the government said that a Navy personnel person took it, all the believers are like, see, it's real. It's a pyramid spaceship with aliens on it. The government said it's real. Like, people just take whatever, you know, little bit of belief. I don't know. And then the skeptics are just crapping all over that. So
yeah. I think
the same thing with this report. Like, if you talk to a very skeptical person, they say, nah, it's not going to be anything. Talk to the believers. No, we're going to get proof of this and proof of that. And, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah,
there's a lot of that.
It's going to, somehow it's going to, you know, you're right. Prove them right. Like, see, I was right about those aliens, or you know, whatever. People are going to take from it what they will, I guess.
Yeah.
So anybody in the live chat, if you guys want a tarot card reading by Steph, please put a birth sign, right? And
yeah, you can.
Question in all caps.
Yeah, and I know someone said before, like, what's the whole why birth? Like, why do I need to say my sign or whatever? The only reason why I say that so I can connect to your energy a lot better, so I can read you a lot better. But you don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't want to force you guys. But to end this reading here, with this whole UFO thing, I do see that there's going to be somebody that is going to be of power, divinely guided to, not just with this information, but is going to really be trying to convince the public of this situation. And they have a lot of strength, a lot of power behind that. So I just wanted to make that clear to you guys. So I know that, you know, in the beginning, how I said in this reading, like, oh yeah, people are going to go, it's going to be half and half. I think, you know, that saying, nothing is new under the sun. Yeah. So, like, this is nothing new, guys. Like, this has been going on for a really long time. That's why the strength card is here. Also, too, around August, there's also going to be more information. There's going to be a man going to be exposing information. He's going to be very well off, very powerful, that will be exposing something in the month of August. So keep in tune to that as well. And this is from the past. 6 of Cups, overall energy. This is nothing new. Like I said, nothing new under the sun. But like I said, some people are going to be like, oh my God. And some of them are going to be like, all right, well, show's over. You know what I mean? So
I just don't, you know, like, I don't like waiting. I'm not very patient. So when they announced this thing, I was like, oh man, I got to wait like 180 days for this. You know, they announced it months ago, and then, you know, all this speculation leading up to it and stuff like that. So we do have some people in the live chat. I'm not sure I understand this. Judy Yeager says, Libra, I have been having strange things going on. Judy, do you mean why have you been having strange things going on?
Is it like what's going on with you? You just want to know the energy?
Get back to us. We'll go up to the next one first.
Yeah.
And that's Leo Roche asks, what does my future hold in regard to work opportunities?
Okay, cool. And it's cool because for you guys that don't know, or you do, obviously, of course, month of May is Taurus energy. So for those of you, especially you, Jay, if you've been planting your seeds in the month of April, so if you've been kind of like on the hunt of looking for work and you've been planting those seeds and stuff, or just kind of just pushing out what is it you want to do, know that the month of May is a time where you're going to really get ready for harvest. So it's kind of where your ideas of your jobs and stuff like that is going to be a little more practical than the month of April. So just keep aware of that. Okay, but let's see. Pull a few cards here. We'll pull one for the current energy, one card for what's blocking you, and the third card to see what may happen. So currently right now, 6 of Cups. So immediately, like, I feel that you possibly might be thinking of an old job to possibly go back to, or something that from the past of old work, old connections that you may be reaching out to. Or this could just be that somebody from the past may be talking about work, and there may be an opportunity for you there. But what's blocking you is a 5 of Wands. So you've been having a lot of conflict within yourself, figuring out what it is that you want to get done, or what is it you want to do in your life as far as work. But there is conflict either within you or around you. So that's kind of what's blocking you from seeing what are the options for you at this current time. Also, too, in the future, or I guess what's about to occur, is that the 7 of Cups is in reverse. So that tells me here that illusions are no longer a troublesome for you, that you're going to start seeing clearly now in the month of May. I feel like you're going to see more opportunities. Also, too, there could be another side effect to this where you may not be really daydreaming or thinking about what it is that you want to do for work. So it's also asking as well to start manifesting that. We're going to give you an oracle card of the moon because today is still the full moon. So I want to see what is it that you need to work on so that you can get these opportunities into your life. Just give me a moment.
I just want to say, too, that no goats are going to be harmed in the making of tonight's show. Okay? I did get a message from somebody who was like an animal person, was like, how could you have that guy on talking about murder? And I'm like, I didn't know the whole story.
I was just kind of shocked.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. No, it's okay. I'm almost done. So adjustments are required. So yes, really change your mindset, please. I feel like that's why this card came up for you. Really change around the way that you're thinking, how you attract certain opportunities, because that is what's your struggle right now. And also you need to step out of your comfort zone. So think about things that you've never done before for work. Maybe just stretch your wings out and see what else you can do for work. Maybe go back to school and try to get some type of certificate or whatever, so that you can move on to the next into your life. So I hope that this helped you, Jay.
Great. And then we can go back to Judy.
Okay.
And Judy's question was, why have I been having strange things going on?
I mean, everybody has strange things going on, but let's see what's going on. Right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what's going on with you, Judy.
And again, people are saying they want a reading. If you want a reading, put your birth sign in question in all caps. And while you do this, I'm going to do something that I should have done before the show, which is find your Willow Unity YouTube channel and put it in the description of our video here so that people can find you. That might help, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If you all go over and subscribe to her channel, if you like this sort of thing, this is her thing, right? So you would enjoy her channel.
Yeah, I talk about all kinds of stuff. You guys, it's not just obviously tarot, right? So there's a lot of different things that I will be doing. A lot too with like, I guess you can say with alchemy and like hermetic teachings and the occult, like all that stuff I'm really into. Just talk about stuff like that on my show. So.
Okay, and I put your channel address in the description of our video here, and I'm going over to the live chat room, and I will put it into the live chat. So if you guys want, you can, it'll be in the live chat, the link as well. So I want to make sure, because Stephanie is loaning us her time and experience and talent here, that you guys go over there and subscribe.
Okay, so Judy, there's a lot going on. I'm going to tell you that off the bat, and because there's more cards that I wanted and it kept coming out twice, so I figured, okay, they really want me to direct this message to you. So we're not going to pull any oracle. We're just going to focus on tarot here. So obviously we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So obviously there is a lot of things that you're kind of in the defense mode, I see. You're not really opening up to anyone right now. I really don't know exactly what's going on with you. I would love for you to be a little bit more specific about the strange things and how long it's been going on. But from what I'm seeing here is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems like there's some blockages here with opportunity. And also there's not an ending here. So this has to do with a relationship. Either you are not really in regards to speaking to this individual and you're not really being open to speaking to this individual, or it could just be that you're really not emotionally available for anyone because you're going through a lot at this time. And then the Ten of Swords is in reverse. So that also tells me that there's no ending of some sort, or there's something that has not come to a close that you need to figure out how you can do that for yourself. And these 4 cards came out, so I'm going to show them to you. So we have the 4 of Cups. So that tells me that you are sad about something that you've lost, and you're not looking at the opportunities here, because there is an opportunity from the divine coming in that you're not seeing at this time because you're very focused on what has been going wrong. And a lot of the times when we focus on things that go wrong, either the universe or just your higher self likes to come in and show you signs here and there. Sometimes it can be strange, sometimes it can be weird or whatever, but it's to get your attention because there's something that you're not paying attention to in your life. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. This card keeps coming up a lot. So I feel like even with a lot of you guys, but just you, Julie, I feel like the veil is being dropped down from you. I definitely see that there's no issues of seeing the truth now, because again, we're in that full moon, and that full moon will expose the truth, especially because it's in Scorpio. So this stuff that's been hidden from your subconscious mind is coming out to the forefront. So if you've been seeing weird things, it could be that's just a projection of the way that you're viewing your life. We also have the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Death card, which is Scorpio. So, like I said, there's an ending that needs to happen in your life. I'm also getting that you might be having like weird dreams or weird situations, like weird synchronicities, or just kind of like crazy timing of things. If you can clarify that for me, that'd be great. But I just feel like overall, they're asking you that you need to put something to rest. And in order for you to do that, you probably know better than I do exactly what the situation is. But I just feel like there needs to be time for your own self to dig deep and to heal. Okay, so I hope that helped you, Julie.
Great. And let's see if I can find the next one. Okay. I believe this one was next. Go Kick Rocks 88. Capricorn. And what's a reading in regards to investments?
Okay, I love your name there because it makes sense. You're a Capricorn. Of course, you're gonna say that shit. Okay, let's see. Finance. Ooh.
Judy says, thank you very much, Steph.
No, you're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, and just so that people know, Steph is doing these real quick readings, but if you contact her, she does really long, in-depth readings, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. It sometimes, depending on what the person wants, sometimes it could be an hour, sometimes it could be 30 minutes or 45, whatever you want. But I do a big spread. And if you do it with me on like Zoom or something, because usually I do Zoom calls, so you'll be able to see everything that I'm using. And then, we'll go over the information. Actually, I had one person from I don't know if she was from your Facebook or YouTube, but she did book a reading with me a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, and I heard she had a really nice time too.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah. She was really in need of guidance. So, okay. So for you, what's her name again? Oh, Go Kick Rocks 88. So, okay.
She's
so
something else on Twitter. I can never remember, but yeah, I recognize the avatar.
Okay, so 6 of Cups. In regards to finances, I see someone also coming in from someone that a very familiar friend, possibly talking about cryptocurrencies here, talking about investments in stock market. But I feel like it's more, there's a new thing going on, of course, right, with cryptos. Everyone wants to get in it because this is a new fad, but it's not just a new fad. This thing has been going on for a while. It's just getting more popularity over time. But I do see that you're going to be doing very well. Understand that, and I feel like this is part of it. Like this is kind of like not blocking you, but it's in a way where you're not seeing your true worth. And I feel like you're going to make beautiful amounts of money in the near future here, because we have the Sun card. So 7 of Pentacles and the Sun. That's beautiful here. So you're definitely seeding the crops right now, or you're seeding the soil right now at this moment in time. You're definitely going to invest money, and you're going to gain a lot of it because the Sun is behind your back when it comes to investment. So I think that definitely keep charging on. Don't give up. I feel like this is going to be a very amazing time for you. So this is your yes to really invest. Be smart with it too. Don't make crazy transactions. Be very smart with your money, of course. Try to get as much advice when it comes to investments as you can. We also have a personal issue, which is resolution. So I feel like this situation that you're asking about is going to come to a close or a climax where you're going to know the truth of everything, of how much you need to invest, what you need to invest in, and stuff like that. But for sure, the guns are blazing. So definitely invest. Do what you got to do because the Sun is behind your back. So I hope that helped.
Excellent. Now we have Wanda Erker, who is asking my blood mother's words of advice for just a card for the near future. Do you know what she means by blood mother?
I'm guessing she passed on, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Let's see. And she is an Aries.
An Aries. Okay. Let's see what advice is there for you. I'm getting depression. So I feel like, have you been going through depression? Because I feel like that's something that they're expressing. Depression or sadness of some sort. You've been feeling like you don't have a lot of guidance around you, feeling isolated possibly. And so I'm not pulling the cards just yet. I just pulled one card, but that has nothing to do with what I said. I can see why. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. So in the beginning, this is the past, right? So before you were very, very abundant in your life. I see that you were really abundant, really on point with your finances, really on point with everything that you've been doing. But then there was some type of loss or something that's blocking. You've been very worried, 5 of Pentacles. So I do see that you've been very worried. And also too, it could have been possibly a loss of a family member, or just kind of a loss of coming together with a group of individuals, family members, friends, because we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. So I do see that you're very worried with these groups of people or people that you're dealing with. I also see that overall energy too with the King of Cups in reverse, that someone is not emotionally available for you, and that's why you're having a hard time adjusting to whatever it is that you're going through at this moment. I feel that even in the time of hardship, like I always say to everyone, is that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Things always seem to come into place no matter what, no matter how much we think that things are not going to. For some reason, they end up happening at the last minute, or somebody gives you this advice that you needed that you didn't think that you needed, or that you meet someone and they just are meant to be in your life and you guys are like best friends. So there's different kinds of scenarios that come about here. Okay. Oh, wow. 3 cards here.
Wow.
You are good enough. Show the world the real you and surrender to the divine. Look at this. So definitely, I think that stop trying to control things that you can't control, because things are always happening, and sometimes we think we have control, but we really don't. The divine does. The universe has control. God has control of everything. And so just to let you know, you are beautiful. You're good enough. You are loved. And just show the real you, because you'll be surprised what you're going to get back. So I hope that helped you.
Very nice. Very nice. And Vibe With Me is here, who I think is also Stephanie, right? Her name is Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I'm like, what?
Right.
Generally,
No, I could be wrong, but I don't think okay. Anyway, Vibe with Me is a Sagittarius and would like a general guidance reading. But before you do that, I'm interested in the answer to this question too. The Real King of the World asks, are tarot card readers really good at playing poker? I always wondered that. Ask that. Are you good at playing poker?
I've never played poker in my life, so I really don't know. I mean, that's. I guess my intuition, if I were to play and gamble, maybe would benefit me. But then sometimes I'm like, I don't want to rely on that. So I guess I would say no. But that's a cool question to ask, I guess. Okay, let's see here.
Yes, and her name is Steph as well. So there you go. We have Stephanie
cool.
giving Stephanie a reading. I had a cousin Stephanie growing up.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool because Steven and Stephanie, we were close.
There you go.
Yeah, we were very close growing up.
Man, these readings are very interesting. Everyone is getting this card, and I'm not surprised either. This is insane because you also got the Queen of Cups in reverse. You also have the Seven of Cups in reverse, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. And there was another hidden message because there's a lot of cards coming out. So, all right, let's get started. So Queen of Cups in reverse. So yes, you are protecting your heart chakra. You're protecting yourself from someone. You're not really being open to expressing yourself with love. I think that you're really retreating back and kind of working on yourself. I see with the Seven of Cups in reverse that, again, the veil has dropped. So that can either be where there's something that has been exposed to you, or it could be that there's some truths that have been coming up to the forefront of your subconscious mind to your conscious mind that is asking that you need to work on. Specifically, possibly the money may also be coming up for you as well. So you're also thinking about finances. You're also going to be doing very well, or you already are doing very well in in your financial situation.
That's always good news.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my God, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So even these two are amazing to get. So I definitely see that money is on your mind. You've been hustling. You've been doing what you have to do to make your money. There's a hidden message here, though. We have the Page of Pentacles. So this is an opportunity from a lover or someone around you that wants to express your love, but you're not really down for that. They're not even emotionally available either. So both of you guys are ignoring each other. Possibly it could have been an argument or a situation where this individual probably exposed the truth of who they were. You're like, F that. I'm going to go and do me. I'm going to make my money and do what I have to do. I feel like a lot of sassiness with you. We also have the 9 of Wands. So you definitely.
Oh, she's definitely sassy. I could tell you that from Facebook.
Oh yeah, I'm getting the vibe of like sassiness, like sassy. You, like kind of just really about yourself, which is a very good thing because that's what you need to do right now. I'm getting the messages where you need to just continue to work on yourself. Don't give anybody a chance at this moment because there's stuff that you're brewing right now. Like you're really working hard. So kudos to you. I think that just a little guidance with this overall reading is just continue to heal yourself. Not every person is mean. Not every person is out to get you. I feel like that's something that you are struggling with, and I think that you know this and you're working on that. So kudos to you. I hope this helped.
Very nice. And I missed someone, so we have a couple more, but I missed one here from Dawn Hill. And she says, okay, I obviously stopped here for a reason. We just moved and I'm looking at future opportunities in all areas. And she's Leo Virgo cusp. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Leo Virgo.
Asking how things are going to go for her after the move. And Vibe with Me says, thank you, Stephanie.
You are welcome.
Dawn Hill says, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Stephanie. I'm not doing anything. I'm just listening and hoping. You know what, though? I do get nervous every time that she starts a new reading because I'm like, I hope this is good news, right?
For the most part,
want any audience member to have bad news, right?
No, I mean, honestly, like I say it in a way that I try to bring healing energy to whoever needs it. So like, even if there is something bad, I try to send positive vibes no matter what, because there's always, like I said, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So
this is interesting too. Wanda says it is, maybe she means synchronicity. I have those moon cards also, and I keep pulling 2 of the same cards you drew for me tonight.
ooh,
That's
yeah,
spooky.
that's definitely a message that you need to take. Then they're really telling you need to listen up. You know what I mean? Okay, so for who was it again? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Dawn Hill.
Okay, so the Virgo Leo person. Okay, so I definitely see that you're very content. You're very happy with this move that you made, and I feel like you're not feeling like you've been juggling. Okay, in the past you've been juggling a lot, but I don't see that anymore. I don't see that you are being pulled into different directions. I feel like you're grounding yourself a lot more now that this move is pretty much complete, or is already complete, or going to be. Because also too, I see that you have finished a karmatic cycle because a death card is here for you. So, you're really at the end of things that have happened from the past. Things are starting to become anew now. Again with the 7 of, oh my God, I'm telling you, everyone, I feel like everyone's going to get this card in their reading. So we have the 7 of Cups again in reverse. Again, there's a lot of truth that has been told to you, a lot of truth that you've been seeing coming to the forefront about this whole moving situation, and you've blocked somebody as well. So I definitely see that with the 8 of Wands reverse, that there's some, either you blocked this individual or individuals or situation from your life because you saw the truth in it. Let's pull one more card, and then we'll pull an oracle card too. Thank you. Yeah. So something got postponed or is no longer coming into your life anymore because you have the Chariot in reverse. Usually this is also too signifying that you need to balance yourself out. You need to ground yourself, especially because if you're in the cusp of Leo, Virgo's earth sign. So you need to balance yourself out a little bit. And ground yourself. I suggest, going to a park, going to somewhere where there's greenery so that you can put your feet on the ground, literally. So take your shoes off, socks off, all that. Ground yourself, put your feet on the grass, and feel the earth's vibration, and also, literally hug a tree. I'm not even joking with you because that does actually help reduce stress. I know people
Really?
There's been scientific studies that it does
help.
So
the tree huggers aren't just nutters.
No,
That's what you're saying?
I had to look this up myself. Yeah, I had to look this up myself because a lot of people talk about that. So I'm like, let me see here. But supposedly they already did studies about it, and it does help with stress and all that other stuff, and anger and sadness. So you're connecting with, with Earth. But yeah, I mean, going forward with this reading, you just need to just ground yourself. That's all it's asking, because you've been very chaotic around the moving time. So I think you need to just calm down, relax, and also saying work through your fears ultimately is the oracle card here, and the overall energy too. So just work through your fears, work through traumas, work through things that have been affecting you from the past. This move has been very hard on you, so keep your head up, don't worry. I think the transition is going to be amazing. Give yourself some time, okay? Don't be too much in the mind, because Virgos can be too much in the mind. So I hope that this helped.
Great. And now we have Ellen Fox. This is an interesting question. I'm not sure I'm entirely clear on what she means, but she's trying to receive the Tesla insight. And she wants to know
insight?
What is blocking her from receiving that Tesla insight that she is trying to.
I'm guessing that you might be psychic yourself. Is that what I'm getting from this? Like, you're wondering what's blocking you to receive insights in Tesla? I think that's what you're asking. So we'll see. Okay, let's see. This is an interesting question.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Okay, so Tesla insight, you've been blocked. Why have you been blocked? Why? Because you're not allowed to see.
She's looking for insight into wormhole magic info. This just gets stranger,
right? I mean,
hey. Tesla insight, and now she said wormhole magic info. Maybe just Tesla's advanced scientific theories. And
well,
I've read a lot of books on Tesla, and when the stuff starts getting very technical, I zone out. Like maybe I'm just not smart enough to understand what he was talking about. Ether and
Like what?
brilliant man though, absolutely brilliant.
Yes,
man.
he is for sure. My husband's father, well, his company's in aerospace, and we've done work for Tesla or for SpaceX.
Oh, cool.
So I know all about Mr.
Yeah, I'm a big
Elon
fan
Musk.
of SpaceX because they're just kicking everybody's butt when it comes to
Right?
technology, and I'm
Crazy.
loving it because NASA's lazy. They
Shoot.
don't have a launch vehicle. They don't even have a launch vehicle. They knew the
I never
shuttles were
liked-
falling apart for 20 years, and they had to build a new one, and they never
Oh
did it.
goodness. Yeah, I never really liked NASA. I feel like they're up to scheming things.
Yep, never a straight answer.
Nope. So, okay, so as far as like blockages go, immediately I already got she's not allowed. She's not allowed to know this information right now. There is definitely so that you understand that when people try to remote view, when people try to get like psychic insights into certain things that are going on, especially when it involves magic of black holes or whatever, anything that deals with the woo stuff, like people like to call it, sometimes you can be blocked from viewing it in general because they don't want anyone to really know that information. There's a reason behind that. But I feel like you're very confident in finding this out, but you're ready to give up on this information because we have the Six of Swords and the King of Cups. So I definitely see that you are ready to just kind of like give up, and you're like kind of bummed out about that because you really want to know this information with the Five of Swords. But with the Six of Swords, I just see that you're just going to walk away from this information because you're like, man, I've been trying for so long and I still can't tap in what is going on. But you still have that confidence, that drive to really hone in into that information. And I think you've already made your decision. But I'm also getting other messages too. It's not just about what you're trying to ask the question, what you just said. I feel like there's also other things going on in your life too that you feel very defeated and failed by, and you're ready to just walk away from that as well. So, and you've already made your decision too. So I know that you want that other question, but I just feel overall with that situation, you're just not ready for that information yet. They're blocking you for a reason. I suggest that you do more work. There's some things that you're not ready to see. Sometimes when we force ourselves to wanting to know the truth, especially if you're like psychic or if you're a remote viewer, your higher self will not allow that. Sometimes you're just not ready, and you just need to give yourself time. And I know you don't want to hear that, but that's just what it is. But I hope that helped.
Interesting. So if anybody else would like a reading, please put your birth sign and question in all caps. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah, we've been on here for a minute.
Yeah. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
we'll just get through the rest.
So
or
everybody in the
there's
live
any
chat
more.
is thanking you for the wonderful readings. I want to remind everybody that I put Stephanie's YouTube channel in the live chat, and don't you have a website, right? Or it's just
No, I have a link tree. Yeah, because right now,
link tree. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So
I don't. You have it, right? I think you have it.
Is it on your channel?
Here, let me grab that really fast. I have it right.
No, you have it on your videos, the link tree, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah, for sure. So if
Yeah.
you do click on any of my videos, if you just look at the description below, you'll find where you can find me at.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to put it in the live chat, and I'm going to put it in the description of this video so that anybody who would like to find Stephanie and get a more detailed reading will be able to do so, or just to follow. You do readings on your own.
Yeah, so pretty much like if you guys are interested in booking a reading, you can just contact me through Instagram. I do have a Facebook. I just haven't been on it. It's again Willow Unity, so you just have to type it in. You'll see the logo. But you can reach me through Facebook if you want. You can message me or Instagram, or even just in the comments. Just let me know, and then we'll figure it out. Usually I give my email out, but I realized that once I have my website on and going, then I'll decide to do all that. But for now, you could just contact me through social media, and I'll answer back.
Contact Steph here, and it's going to be in the. I'm going to put it right in the description of this video, so you could just go to the description of this video to find her links. and the link to her website. I want to thank her for doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to throw you out, and then I'm
For sure.
going to throw you out, and we have a musical guest tonight.
Nice.
Great. This is something new that we're going to be doing. We're going to have a musical guest for every show, and I have a nice it's pre-recorded video. We're not really set up to do live performances, but I'm trying to get people that are willing to do it, because some people will just come on the live stream and sing a song or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough for doing this, and I especially can't thank you enough for not screaming and telling me about you murdering a goat in your black magic rituals.
Exactly.
There's got to be black magic if there's good.
Oh, there is. Trust me. Yes, there is, and it's something that I wouldn't even want to even look at it. That's how creepy it is to me. Yeah. It's very intense. You don't want to mess with.
I was very rebellious growing up. My family was Catholic.
Same. Like my mom is still Catholic now.
My father wanted me to be a priest. They sent me to seminary for weekends. I was an altar boy.
That's really deep in it.
Scripture studies and extra studies on the weekends with the Jesuits and we were so Catholic, and then I had an interest in the darker side. I mean, that's just
same.
So I said, I'm going to get these books on demonology and witchcraft, and black magic, and I'm going to read them. And I did, but I never used any. I didn't go try to cast, vengeance spells and stuff, because I knew the warnings were enough to dissuade me to say, I don't want to threefold law myself. If I attack somebody, then I'm going to get attacked 3 times or whatever,
Yeah. All
that's
that.
Interesting, because even love spells, people will caution you against that as being dark magic, because you're manipulating somebody.
It is. I heard that family that I don't even want to say their name. That's how nasty they are. This family, they're very well off. They had a show for eons on channel, I think it's channel E or E News, or I don't know what it was, but this family I'm talking about. And these individuals, I've heard that they're actually from the occult, from the elites, right? And their mom is one of the head witches. If you notice, her name starts with a K and ends with a K. So you know who I'm talking about. So as you notice, all the men that they're with, they never end up working out. And they always get all crazy, especially Mr. Kanye. So just saying.
See, that's why. Because she's a dark witch, maybe, right?
That's what they say. I mean, I don't know if it's true, but hey, you never know. So
yeah,
but thank you.
People chiming in that they're subscribing to your channel. So
yeah, for sure.
Got that much for you.
Thank you.
I thank you so much for doing this tonight, and hopefully you will come and do it again. I'm going to throw you out. You have a wonderful evening.
You as well. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. All right. So there we are, friends. We have successfully navigated through another Tarot Card Tuesday. I want to thank my guest again. Remember, she's not getting paid to do this. So if you are interested in a more detailed reading, I'd appreciate it if some of you could go and sign up with her to do that. So let's see here. 1 second. I'm going to take that out. Okay, so we're starting something new here. I kind of started it, but I didn't follow through with it. And that is that in every show now, hopefully, we are going to have a musical guest. And tonight is sort of the kickoff for that. I'm real excited about this girl tonight, because I think she has an incredible voice and is extremely talented. And I'm so glad that she could be our musical guest tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment and welcome our musical guest. I will be right back. there we have it. What a great musical guest. And somebody asked in the live chat, who is the artist? It is Michal Towber. She's really great singer-songwriter and has a YouTube channel full of music. So go check her out. I highly recommend it. You'll have a good time if you like that kind of music, especially. But that's not really her usual type. She was covering that. So I don't know. I think her other music's a little more pop, but good pop. I really enjoyed a lot of her music. Okay, so I got to get to a bit of business, and that is I forgot to do PayPal shout outs. So I want to do that before I forget again and don't properly thank the people. After all, every PayPal donation goes back into the show and fuels our projects here, like these characters and equipment and whatever, software, whatever it is that we need. You can, there's two ways to support us. You can send a one-time PayPal donation, or you can sign up on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And I wanted to mention that this month I'm posting 2 of my own songs. I've been recording this new album. It's going pretty well. Well, they're kind of demos. And I previously said I'm only going to share the songs that I'm sure are going to make it on the album. And I've kind of said I don't know what's going to make it on the album. So I'm going to be sharing more music on Patreon than I originally planned to. Like I might just share 20 songs and then pick the ones that I want to be on the final album, which should be, I don't know, 12 or 14 songs, right? So anyway, I'll be sharing more music. And if you like that sort of thing, I appreciate if you would sign up on Patreon. I'm not releasing any of that music publicly for quite some time, so you get sort of a backstage pass. Otherwise, the best way to support me is really to like, comment, subscribe, and share. That is the best way to spread our show, to get me a bigger bullhorn, because it's rough. The bigger the audience, the better. But I was thinking, I have seen YouTube channels where the live chat is going so incredibly fast that there's no way that the hosts can read any of it. So I don't want to get too big, but we could stand to be bigger. Yes, and reach more people. So I want to encourage you to like, comment, subscribe, and share, because all of this helps us with the YouTube AI algorithm gods. And I'll say my daily prayer. AI algorithm gods, please hear my prayer. Please turn on the super chat donations. I hit the metrics you wanted me to hit 5 or 6 months ago now, and you're supposed to review it, and it's supposed to take a month, and it has been almost 6. I don't want to fill the show with ads, but I would like to be able to take super chat donations. In the meantime, if you want to support the show, make a PayPal donation. So I wanted to thank the people who have made recent PayPal donations. So we have BG's with a kind and generous donation of $10.34. And BG said, contribution for the CW gig. I think she means character, which is almost done. I'm hoping to finish that today. And we have a kind and generous donation of $10 from Andrew Whitley, who says, hi, this is Andrew Whitley from YouTube. Truthseekers is my favorite show on YouTube. Keep it up. Hey, thanks for the cash, and thank you for the positive encouragement. I really do enjoy that. Look, I don't need to be patted on the back constantly, but somebody give me a good compliment like that. Andrew says, Truthseekers is my favorite show on YouTube. That means a lot to me. We're working really hard to try to make the show as good as we can, right? And it means a lot to me when somebody says something like that. It means I'm doing the right thing for some people, at least. There was always going to be people. Yeah, actually, let me check. I wanted to check into one other thing. And then, before I forget, see, God, I'm so scatterbrained here. Yeah, and Jonaside with is it Jonaside? No, I'm sorry. UFO Gandalf with a kind and generous donation of $18.82. And previous to that, Jonah Side with a kind donation. I can't thank you guys enough who are sending me a couple of bucks because it's helping me get some things done. Like we got this, we're calling him CW Ranter character, which will be debuting very soon. He'll be guest hosting the show. But tomorrow, I think I outdid myself. And I will show you. Let's share this. I'm just going to share this from my Twitter. Oh, I love it. I love it. Tomorrow night, friends, he's greasing up his mullet right now. And you all, you're in the audience here. These people demanded it. Everybody asked me to do this. The most requested character that people wanted me to create was a Corey No Good character. So that's what we've done. And tomorrow night, Earth's Galactic Ambassador, after all, that's what he says he is, Alliance member and super duper secret space program insider, Corey No Good, will be guest hosting our show here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. It was not easy getting this mullet wig and getting it to look right. And I have to say, this is the best character mask so far because this one is the easiest to speak in and moves the most freely. So maybe I'm getting better at this as I keep going with some of this stuff. But you don't want to miss tomorrow's show. You guys asked for it. I did it. I will be Corey No Good tomorrow night on the show. And boy, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. But I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And that brings me back to another bit of show business, and that is this back and forth with, can I keep a schedule? Can I not keep a schedule? I can. If I really focus and say and commit, I can keep a schedule, a show schedule. So from now on, the shows are going to be 9 p.m. I think that's the sweet spot for us for the most viewers. So, but I'm still not sure about doing 5 or 6 shows a week. We said we would do 3, and we're already at 3 for the week right now. But we're doing a show tomorrow night, so that'll be for, if there's a lot of stuff to talk about and things to do shows for, I'll do more than 3. But if there isn't, I won't. I don't like too many of those, like, ask me anything or show about nothing, or open topics, open lines. Though those can be extremely fun, and some of the best shows come out of that improvisation and live show, and you never know what's going to happen and who's going to call in or what people are going to say in the live chat or who's going to want to join the stream. We've done those kind of things, right? King of the World says it looks better than some of my ex-girlfriends. Yeah. And all hail thine UFO dollar. Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash. Thank God Almighty. Send me a PayPal donation, people, because praise the cash. I will praise the cash if you send me a PayPal donation. I really will. Yeah. Yeah, some people are trying to buy mansions, and some of us are just trying not to starve to death. No, things are not that bad. Actually, I think, I have really no complaints. I have a pretty amazing life. Somebody reminded me of that lately. I'm going back to the cabin this week, and I'm finally going to finish, and I mean finish, this big kitchen room, which is like 16 by 12. So it's a big room. And has the sleeping loft in it. And I just never finished the ceilings and a few other odds and ends in there that I have to finish. So I'm hopeful that this weekend, that'll be a huge, huge thing off my to-do list. Because I've been looking at it going, every time I'm in there for 2 years, I'd look up at those ceilings and see insulation and go, I got to finish this. And I couldn't bring myself to finish it. I don't know, but probably because I knew it was going to be difficult. Like, it was a big bunch of puzzle pieces of wood that you're slapping. It wasn't fun, but most of the hard part is done though. I'm confident of that. There's pictures on my Twitter, by the way, if you want to see that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess my point was I don't really have any complaints about life. Things are pretty good. I'm gonna go back to this cabin. I'm gonna finally finish this kitchen, and I'll never have to look at something in there and go, I got to finish that again. And hopefully after the kitchen, I've got a few things to finish up in the bathroom, but that's a real small room, and then the sunroom, and then I got to build a porch, so it almost never ends at the cabin. I'm a glutton for punishment though, and I got to say that I love each and every minute of it there. I love the problem solving and the challenges. And yes, FGraph 77 says that stove looks killer. And I have the same stove in the kitchen at the cabin, but I got the second one because I'm going to put that on the porch, because you don't want to run a wood stove like that to cook your food in the middle of summer inside a cabin. Would not be good. Eileen Ebony says cabin sounds idyllic. It's my favorite place in the world, and it's just a little plot of land in the middle of a mountain in the woods, right? It's not, I don't know, it's simple, right? But I grew up in the city where everybody's like, on top of one another, literally, right? Apartment houses, and there's all these people jammed in this one little building, and sometimes families have 3 generations to one little row house, and they're your neighbors, and they've got 7 cars, and everything. There's no room for everybody's cars. It's just everything's so jam-packed in the city. I love it there. I just feel decompressed. Every time I get there, I feel like I literally just got decompressed. Not so much lately because we moved out of the city to the suburbs, so I don't get quite the same feeling of decompression, but still, it is. Yeah. Yeah, so I really do want to thank everybody that contributed to the PayPal, because you guys, I use that funds to do the Corey No Good character and CW Ranter character. And I don't even know what I'm talking about tomorrow. Somebody said, well, what are you going to talk about as CW Ranter? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what he accuses me of doing. I am going to listen to his stream earlier in the day, and then I'm going to repeat and rip off his whole shtick as the CW Ranter character. Maybe I'll record it or listen to it in headphones and say exactly what he said. Because, I stole my whole show from CW Channer. That's the latest drama, right? The Dramarama. And there's freaking people in his live chat saying stupid things like CW Channer is greater than Stephen Cambion, while he's saying that I ripped off his, we talk about some of the same things. Why? Because everybody's talking about that thing that day, like David Wilcock doing a stream. And listen, oh yeah, and in my defense of that one, listen, he didn't even listen to the stream, but he covered it. So he listened to like the first half hour, and then he went live. I waited until the whole stream was over, and I had listened to the whole thing, and I made my notes. So, okay, look, I did it after him, but I didn't rip him off. I covered it. He didn't cover it. He just sloppy, lazy coverage, CW Channer. Don't say this nonsense, I'm ripping you off, right? Okay, because we covered the same thing that day. And you know what? I didn't even know that he did his stream. But then him saying that I'm ripping him off or something, I go, well, let me listen to this. Geez, he didn't even listen to the whole thing or wait until the stream was over. That's not coverage. It's lazy coverage. And again, with the ripping, this is like the 3rd show host who said that I ripped them off somehow. One show host claims I'm ripping him off because he talks about UFOs, and so do we here. So I'm ripping off his show. And that's ridiculous. I don't care about the Dramarama, right? And CW Channer, maybe he's just upset about numbers. He's got a 5-year head start on me, and I'm not doing too bad compared to him as far as the numbers go. So that could play a little part in why somebody's got the green jellies going, right? But I love him. It is what it is. He's fond of saying that. It is what it is. Yes. Eileen Ebony, talk about yourself endlessly and repeat stuff a lot. Say you love fat chicks unironically. Oh man, you're gonna get me in trouble. All right, Arbor says CW Channel reminds me of a biker friend of mine. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I my both of my uncles on my mother's side were pagans. The Pagan Motorcycle Club, you know, when they were in and out of jail, they were like they were renegades, man. They were like they did not care about law and order. They did what they wanted to do when they wanted to do it, and that doesn't go well in a civil society. So they uh, actually three of my uncles. So they spent a lot of time in and out of jail and going back and forth to my grandmom's house when they were out, you know? Yeah, so we're going to wrap things up here, friends. I want to thank our guest tonight, Stephanie, and I want to thank our musical guest, Michal Towber, for joining us as well. I am always happy when there's an audience, friends, and I'm glad that you could be here with me in mine tonight. I can't tell you when you work real hard on something and nobody shows up to see it, it's kind of a, take some wind out of your sails. But we're lucky in that every time I do a show, there's an audience. Tonight, we had a great one. And thank you for being a part of mine. Until next time, friends, please remember, join us tomorrow night at 9 p.m. You'll be glad you did. We're going to have some fun with this thing. We're going to have a good time. If you want to have a good time tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Earth's Galactic Ambassador, Corey No Good, will be hosting our show, guest hosting our show. So until next time, friends, my name is Stephen Cambian. Good night and God bless all of you.